Holness will be sworn in as Jamaica's head of government for a fourth time next Tuesday, September 16. The confirmation came from King's House today. Ricardo Brooks reports.
Dr. Andrew Michael Holness will swear to bear true allegiance to Jamaica and defend the Constitution and laws of the country during a ceremony beginning at 4 p.m. on the lawns of King's House. Governor General Sir Patrick Allen made the announcement in a statement Wednesday afternoon. It will be the fourth time the 53-year-old politician will take the oath of office as Prime Minister. Dr. Holness was previously sworn in 2011, 2016 and 2020. He will take the oath having defeated Mark Golding's PNP in the September 3 general election. Holness's JLP won 35 seats to the PNP's 28, securing for the JLP its third consecutive term in government. It's the first time the party has achieved such a feat in its 82-year history. Holness will also take the oath as the first JLP leader and the only political leader in Jamaica's history to defeat 3 rivals in contested elections. Holness will take the oath as the only political leader in Jamaica's history to defeat 3 rivals in contested elections. Dr. Holness dispatched Portia Simpson-Miller, Dr. Peter Phillips, and Mark Golding. Thousands of Labourites are expected to flood the lawns of King's House next Tuesday afternoon to witness the historic swearing-in. Holness is then expected to name his new cabinet shortly thereafter. Ricardo Brooks for Nationwide News.
The Electoral Commission of Jamaica, ECJ, is strongly rejecting allegations that persons in line at the close of poll at 5 p.m. on Election Day were not allowed to vote. The allegations were made last week by local observer group Citizens Action for Free and Fair Elections, CAFE. But according to the country's electoral authority, the claim is a falsehood that tarnishes the election result and its reputation. Siobhan Campbell reports.
Last Thursday, CAFE issued a report to the public on their observations of the proceedings of the September 3 general election. In that report, CAFE claimed that at 21% of polling stations they observed, persons in line at the close of poll at 5 p.m. were not allowed to vote. CAFE said the incidents were in contravention of the Electoral Office's advice. It further noted that an investigation into the matter would take place. It has not provided any evidence to support the allegation. This is despite being repeatedly called upon to do so. On Wednesday, the ECJ rejected CAFE's claim. It says CAFE must completely withdraw the statement. According to the Electoral Office, the report by the observer group is false and tarnishes the results of the poll and the ECJ's reputation. It noted that no such report was made by any EOJ official, political party, or accredited international observer. CARICOM's observer group actually praised Jamaica's election and explained that other countries in the region can learn from it. Director of Elections Glaspole Brown told Nationwide News that all persons who were in line to vote at 5 p.m. were allowed to cast their ballot.
CAFE observed roughly, I think it was 400 or something polling stations. 21 has no bearing to the entire network of polling stations. The issue are the matter of persons not being allowed to vote. No such information has reached us. Certainly, the election center which operated on the day, we got no report that persons were being turned away. The law is clear and the instruction is clear in terms of what was given to the supervisors, that as long as anybody was in that line, they would have been given the opportunity to vote. And the primary information that I got from the field was that everybody who was in a line at 5 p.m. were allowed to vote.
Mr. Brown says none of the other observer groups made such reports to the ECJ.
We have a very good relationship with Ms. Baston, head of CAFE, and I've asked her to provide me with detailed statement information in terms of where they observed that occurring. The other observers did not indicate such happens in any of those locations they have observed. So I'm awaiting the report from CAFE for them to clearly identify where they observed that happening. When we get it, we will do our investigation to confirm whether or not that information that was conveyed to the headquarters of CAFE is authentic and can be supported by the evidence.
The ECJ says it's satisfied with the results of the general election. Repeated calls placed to the chairman of CAFE, Grace Baston, and her deputy, Anton Thompson, went unanswered. A senior member of CAFE, Dr. Lloyd Barnett, declined to comment without approval from the chairman. Siobhan Campbell for Nationwide News.
The opposition People's National Party, PNP, has called a media conference for tomorrow to address what it says are key concerns arising from the September 3 general election. The party's president, Mark Golding, its general secretary, Dr. Dayton Campbell, and its legal advisor, Anthony Hilton, are slated to address the media. The briefing comes on the heels of the party's allegation that vote buying and voter suppression marred the recent poll. No credible evidence has been provided to support the claims, and the Director of Elections, Glaspole Brown, has rejected specific allegations circulating on social media. The official result from the Electoral Commission of Jamaica confirms that the JLP won 35 seats, while the PNP won 28.
Defeated JLP candidate for Central Westmoreland, George Wright, says he intends to remain with the constituency despite his recent rejection at the polls. He made the pledge in a voice message on Wednesday.
Let me reassure you, I am not going anywhere. My dedication to this constituency has not changed. I will continue to champion the issue that matters and work towards the progress of our constituency and our country with integrity and hope.
Wright was ousted by the PNP's Dwayne Vaz. Vaz polled 9,916 votes to Wright's 8,385. The result represents a turning of the tables following Wright's upset victory when the JLP swept the parish of Westmoreland in 2020. Wright says he'll remain an advocate for the residents of the constituency.
Your encouragement and belief in my vision for the constituency mean more than just words can express. To those who did not support me this time around, I want you to know this. I am here for everyone in Westmoreland Central. I remain fully committed to support, advocating, and lobbying on behalf of all constituents, regardless of your political choice.
George Wright.
To national security now, between January 1 and August 31 this year, Jamaica recorded its lowest level of murders in 23 years. 459 Jamaicans were murdered over the period. It's the lowest murder tally the country has recorded over those 8 months, stretching back more than 2 decades. Nationwide news has been poring over comprehensive homicide data provided by the Jamaica Constabulary Force. As we hear in this report from Roby and Williams, the homicide numbers this year show an extraordinary decline when compared against any 8-month period since 2001.
For comparison, Jamaica has averaged more than 1,200 murders annually since the early 2000s. Looking across the 2-decade span, the month of May has historically been the bloodiest, with a total of 2,982 murders recorded between 2001 and 2025. In contrast, February has registered the lowest murder tally, with 2,327 murders over the same period. The country's deadliest year on record came in 2009, when 1,683 murders were reported. By contrast, the lowest annual total was in 2003, with 976 murders. Based on the current pace, the projected murder tally for the final 4 months of 2025 is 229. This brings the likely year-end total to 688 murders. That would be extraordinary and historic, given that the only year since 2001 that annual murders dipped below 1,000 was 2003. This year has seen month after month record low homicides since 2001. So far this year, no single month has surpassed 74 murders, a figure recorded in January. February saw 49 homicides. In March, the figure rose to 66, then dipped to 46 in April. May recorded 53 homicides, June 56, July 62, and in August, 53 Jamaicans were murdered. The homicide numbers in 2025 so far are part of a 3-year trend of steady declines. This is indeed a purple patch that the Jamaica Constabulary Force has not recorded since the country first reached the 1,000 mark for homicides in the 1990s. Since January 2001 to August 2025, 32,559 Jamaicans have been murdered nationwide. Roby Ann Williams for Nationwide News.
You're listening to